buckshot here.
He's staggered.
Buckshot.
Buckshot. Lariat.
Can he get him?
1, 2, 3.
This match was just dope. I'd been waiting for this match ever since Hangman came back from his head injury, having the concussion, the last match that they had, and we finally got it last night. You got Jon Moxley throwing jabs and stomping Hangman, exploiting his head injury that he had before, and then you got Hangman Adam Page throwing his best lariats out. The story that these two were portraying in the ring was amazing. You could see the hatred, you could see the aggression. It was just such an enjoyable match. Even before, I was feeling like Toni was like the creative direction that he was going with for Hangman Adam Page. I wasn't liking it, and I felt like this win for Hangman hopefully will be building him back up, because like I said, he needed this win, and this just made him look tough. I'm telling you, whenever you fight Moxley and you win, you look tough automatically. Adam Cole is back! Oh my gosh, I was so excited. Y'all should have saw my face when I heard that entrance music hit. I was so freaking, like, I was pumped. That pop, yes. I can't even believe it's been 6 months since he has been out. And honestly, I mean, I kind of like the babyface Adam Cole. I mean, I'll be looking forward to when he eventually turns back to heel, because that is his thing. He's really good at that, but I feel like he's the type of wrestler who can do both. He can be a face and he can be a heel without being cheesy. I feel like this man could be in the main event picture at one point. He's just gotta be booked right. One of my favorite quotes from Adam Cole's promo last night, because he was talking about he got some good news and some bad news. And the bad news, when he started that sentence, I felt a certain type of way. I was like, no, you're not gonna just come back, get us all excited only for you to say you can't. Building it up to freak me out. But favorite quote, the bad news is, it's not for me. The bad news is for the AEW locker room, because Adam Cole is back. I'm not going anywhere. And I was just like, yes! I'm looking forward to the future matches that Adam Cole is going to be having, and who his first feud is going to be with. Toni has been teasing this match for a while now, and I'm glad it happened last night. The FTW champion Hook and Jungle Boy Jack Perry, they actually make a really good team. Even though against Big Bill, because Big Bill is big as freak, especially compared to Hook was not scared, and we were all waiting for one spot. We were waiting for one freaking move. We were waiting for Hook to suplex the freak out of Big Bill. And he did it. He suplexed him and threw him across the ring. Man, Taz taught him well. He's 23. He's a small wrestler, and yet he's packed so much power. Jungle Hook took the W. Like I said, I like them as a team, but I wouldn't cry if this was a sort of one and done thing. I don't know. I mean, it's okay. I don't see where else this could go from here. My second favorite match of the night, Bryan Danielson versus Konosuke Takeshita. This match was freaking dope. But before I get into this match, let us talk about MJF, because we all know he just loves to insert himself any possible way he can with a microphone in his hand and insults coming out of his mouth. MJF will insult anyone. It doesn't matter. He don't discriminate in that sense, but I was feeling a certain type of way about it. But you know, Maxi Pad is always going to be rude to people. And it's funny because you know MJF wants Konosuke to win against Bryan Danielson, because that'll halt him and stop him from going to the next opponent and the next opponent, until eventually it gets a Revolution and MJF has his match with Bryan Danielson. So you gonna insult the very person that you need him to win the match? I was hoping that Konosuke was going to slug MJF, and that track star was booking it once again when Bryan Danielson came out. I'm telling you, MJF be getting his cardio on. But yes, let me get into the match. So like I said, second favorite match of the night, that top rope lariat that Konosuke Takeshita did was amazing. It was amazing. And at one point, I thought that Bryan had injured his knee in that nasty botch move out on ringside, but the man just shook it off and kept going, and Bryan was able to pick up the win. I know Bryan's gonna win all these matches, and like I said, MJF is going to make sure that he makes himself known and, if possible, try to interfere to stop Bryan from winning the one and only female match of the night. Yes, I am being sarcastic, but this was actually a really good match. And it was funny because so many people were expecting Mercedes Moné to make an appearance and they got nothing. And it sucks because the 4 women that were in this match were putting in so much work, and I felt like the anticipation of expecting Mercedes Moné to make an appearance kind of overshadowed all their work, which kind of sucked. I loved how competitive it was. Jamie Hayter was on fire and the crowd was for it. When I saw Hikaru Shida come out, I thought she was going to be on Britt Baker's and Jamie Hayter's side, but she was actually on Saraya and Toni Storm's side. She slid that kendo stick into the ring and Britt was able to pick it up and use it, and Britt and Jamie Hayter tag teamed Toni Storm and pinned her for the 1, 2, 3 and 1. The facial expression that Hikaru Shida had, oh no, she looked mortified. Was this intentional? Was it not intentional? I mean, she was giving it off like it was unintentional, that her putting the kendo stick in was for Toni and Saraya and not Britt and Jamie. But if this is the beginning of her playing with us and then ended up turning heel, I wouldn't be surprised either. This segment was so stupid. Usually I'm entertained by this type of stuff because I have a goofy sense of humor, but everyone's promo was flawed. It sucked. If all this Jericho Appreciation Society and then Action Andretti and Ricky Starks, all of them being out here just to build up to the match between Ricky and Jake, what? In the back and forth, it didn't even lack luster. It lacked everything. Now let's talk about Jake Hager. I don't hate the man. His promos, he doesn't do very many of them for a reason. Promos are not his strong suit. Fighting is. But out of the entire segment, there were 2 quotes that were the most memorable, and they both came from Jake. I like this hat. He always got to wear the hat all the time, looking like Gilligan's Island. And then the other one was, next week, and he's talking to Ricky Starks here. Next week, I'm going to slap your face off your face. I heard in commentary, is that even possible? It was funny. It's crazy. The stuff that Jake Hager says sometimes, like, it can be so bad that it's good. I don't understand. But yeah, other than that, this segment was cringy. Even though this was a great match, my favorite match of the night, in the same breath, I will say I'm glad that the best of 7 series is over. Now, I know Toni tried his hardest to space out these matches and to spice them up. Maybe after like 5 or 6, I slowly started getting like, okay, can we just hurry up and get to 7 so we can be done with this? The crowd was so for Death Triangle, even though you expect them to be for the Elite, because we all know the Elite was gonna win this match. This was Toni putting the Elite through the hoops after them coming back from the whole all-out issue with CM Punk in the back and the fight and all that stuff. This was him being like, all right, y'all can get these belts back, but you gotta really work for it. There are so many dope spots in this match. Like, the crazy things that these 6 wrestlers were doing with these ladders. Hurricanranas on them. They were doing suplexes on them. Penta did a Fear Factor to Matt. Kenny did a one-wing angel on the ladder to Rey Fenix. Now I'm wondering, who are the Elite going to be wrestling now? They were at the top of the top, and you beat one of the best trios teams in AEW. So where do they go from here? Who are the next people that they're going to be wrestling against? Toni better have some trios teams up his sleeve that he's going to be busting out and building. So guys, let me know what you thought about Wednesday Night Dynamite. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off. Bye.